Today at the Carefree Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make an amazing moist and tender lemon bundt cake. And if you are a lemon lover, then this one is for you. It is soft and tender and then has this amazing lemon icing on top. So stay tuned and I will show you step by step how to make it. But before we get started, here are the ingredients that we're going to need. So the ingredients are pretty much a basic cake ingredient, but I have lemons here and we're going to use the zest of the lemons. And then I have some eggs. Of course, we have flour and sugar, baking powder and salt. And then for the fats in the cake to make it really tender and soft, we have a little bit of vegetable oil and I just have avocado oil and then a cup of sour cream. And this is like such a good base for this recipe. It is just so soft and tender. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of lemon extract along with some vanilla extract. And then of course our lemon zest. Okay, before we get started, I need to prepare my bundt pan. And I like to get just a little bit of butter on a paper towel. And you want to do a flour coating on your pan. So I'm just going to put this around the edges and be sure and fill all the cracks in. And we're doing this because we need the cake to come out of the pan, like upside down. I'm going to take some flour and put it into the pan and just sprinkle it in there. And then, I'll try to show you how to do this. I'm just going to coat the edges of the pan in a little bit of flour. Okay, there you go. And that's how you know that it is all coated. And if you have a spot that is missing a little bit of flour, you can just put a little bit of butter on it, a little bit of flour, and then tap it out into your garbage can again. Okay, the first thing I need is some lemon zest. And I'm just going to do this right here into my bowl. And you need about a tablespoon of zest. And you should be able to get it off of one lemon. And then the lemon, you're going to save it and we will use it to make the lemon glaze for the top of the bundt cake. And now I'm going to add in my sour cream into my dish. There we go. And the rest of the ingredients are pretty much just like a dump and go. I'll mix it real quick after I put the eggs in though. There we go. Then I have my oil. There we go. And salt. And my vanilla extract. And then I have just a little bit of lemon extract. And then of course my eggs. One, two, three. There we go, and I'm going to use my hand mixer to mix this all up. Okay, and then I'm going to add my sugar, and then my flour, just my all-purpose flour, and then my little bit of baking powder here. And then mix it up until it's all combined again. And then, of course, use a rubber spatula and just push down the sides so that you make sure you don't have any big clumps of flour in there. And then you're gonna mix it for like 1 to 2 minutes until it's kind of nice and light and fluffy. And if you want your lemon cake really bright and have that really yellow, vibrant color, you can add a few drops of yellow food coloring to your batter. And it will just give it that like really bright color that you're looking for. All right, here is my beautiful lemon batter for my bundt cake. Okay, and now we're going to just add it to our bundt pan and just going to do it as evenly as possible. And then just use a rubber spatula to get it all, which is kind of hard to do one-handed. There you go. All right, and then you can just use a rubber spatula and try and get it as even as possible so you don't have a lopsided bundt cake. There we go. and it's ready to go into the oven. Okay, here is my lemon bundt cake. It is cooked to perfection, and we're gonna let it sit here for about 5 minutes, and then it will be ready to flip onto a serving platter. Okay, and then when you are ready to flip your cake, I like to put my platter and kind of make sure it is centered on the platter, and then you can flip it over. I just felt it drop, so there we go. All right, there we go. It's nice and pretty and looks like it's baked. And now let's make our glaze. Okay, so while our cake is cooling, I'm going to make the glaze, and you can just use the lemon that you used for the inside of the cake. And I'm going to add my powdered sugar, and this is about 2/3 cup of powdered sugar. And then you need about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And I am just going to eyeball it here, and I'll show you the consistency that you're looking for. Here we go. And then you want it to form a little bit of a peak and then melt into the rest of the glaze. Okay, so for the icing, I like to just use one of these decorating bags. I just have a whole bunch of them in my kitchen, and I'm just going to pour it in there. And then I'll just cut the very tip of it off. And there we go. You could also put this into a cup, and then it's really easy to like scoop in there. And now I'll just pull up the bag here, and I try and release all of the air out of that. And then I'm just going to take some scissors and clip off the very tip of that. I just kind of like to follow the edges of the pan here, and then the drips know exactly where to go. And if I start with the outline, whoops, and then I can just fill it all in. There we go. And I like to go around the middle. That way it will mostly contain it. And then you can just give a nice little boundary. And since the icing is a little bit thin, it will just fill in all of the spaces. And if you need to just pick up your plate and tap it a little bit, it will help it all come together. There we go. And now if you have any lines in your frosting, if you can just pick it up, give it a little tap, it will like melt into each other. And then of course, because everything is more fun with sprinkles, I'm going to add in some soft sprinkles. And when I say soft, it's just so that when you bite into it, you don't have a big texture difference. They're just purely for decoration. And it actually looks like a big frosted donut. It's so cute. All right, here is my lemon bundt cake, and this is so fun to make, and it's adorable. And whenever I show up to a party with the lemon bundt cake, everyone loves it. So let's dive in and see what this looks like. All right, I'm just gonna cut into this little cutie. And I also love to serve this with just a little dollop of whipped cream, or maybe some vanilla ice cream. And then of course, like more sprinkles just for fun. Check it out. It's so pretty and tender and everything you love in a lemon bundt cake. All right, and now I get to dig in to that with lots of icing there in the middle, that lemon icing. See that? Yep, it's so yummy. It's that lemon zest, and then also like a little bit of lemon extract is just perfectly puckerable. Right, here's my lemon bundt cake. All right, I hope you love this lemon bundt cake as much as we do. It is a family favorite here for sure. For all my lemon lovers, this one's gonna be your jam. So thank you so much for watching this episode of The Carefree Kitchen. And as always, you can get the link in the description of this video. And thanks so much for watching. Be sure to follow me for more tips and tricks and fun and easy recipes that your family will love. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.